This is a production of the Must-See TV Broadcast Network, like ShareJoin, and follow us for all the latest updates. Like what you see, then throw those stars and show your support. And don't be shy, subscribe to the caveman. He won't bite, and if you're watching us right now on YouTube, then you already know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button. Even one view can prevent one puppy from being shaven. A big fist pump goes to Donna, AI, and Music Mint for the incredible music that is in this episode. All rights belong to Christopher Michael Egerhos, aka the Caveman. So if he's ready, and if you're ready, then let's kick this show off. Growl, growl.
Lights up on the screen, it's time to see 5 days a week, we're where you wanna be. Exclusive shows and reels, we got the vibe. Tune into the network, hop on Facebook Live. Riding with the stars in our unique groove. Laughter twists and turns within every move. Must see TV's the place to catch it all. Epic moments, big and small, give us a call. Oh, you know it's must see TV come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must see TV, the place where worlds meet. Jump right in, the fun's about to start. Bringing shows and stories straight to your heart. With every post and every share, we're free. Gotta get that fix of must-see TV. Round and round, don't let this moment fade. Together on this ride, the best we've ever made. Get the popcorn ready, it's your time to shine. Must-see TV will keep you feeling fine. Oh, you know it's must-see TV come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. Oh, you know it's must-see TV come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. One by one, we take the dive into the shows that kept us alive. Remote in hand, the screen's our guide. The drama, the laughs, the twisty plots, the shows you love, the ones you forgot. Encore, encore, hit play again. Stories start and never end. One more look, one more time. We'll rewind, rewind, rewind.
Hello, hello, lady. What am I? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Encore. We have our full crew here today. We have Roland. Say hello, Roland.
Hello, Roland.
And we have the one, the only, the ever, the yellow. Wait, hold on. The ever
present?
the ever present. My son. How's it going, son? I think he got disconnected. Hello? Hello?
I lost you guys.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You're back.
I don't know.
You're back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm back.
yeah, no,
back.
no. So, how's it going, my son?
Good, man. Good. How are you?
Good. So, today we have side A, but before we do that, we have something we need to do.
Yes.
So this is kind of something we hinted at last week. You were kind of going to watch those initial shows, not give us the full breakdown, but your thoughts and score. So let's start with Warrior.
Can we start?
What?
Yeah. Okay. The Warrior. Yes.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Itchy Onion.
Yes, the Itchy Onion, and they made claim to the Itchy Onion in the
Yes.
right at the beginning of the show, which was kind of cool. I mean, I had watched the wrong episode, but I knew what to expect. So I thought it was very cool. I liked the premise of the show, and I think we described it's like 1893 or something like that. We weren't sure what timeline it was, but I believe it was 1893, in around that time, which is over 100 years ago, 120, 130 years ago, which is crazy. But overall, I mean, there was fighting, there was sex. I mean, I thought the interesting part was like the threesome was kind of weird, but I don't know why they put that in there. That was kind of odd. And it was cool when he, that big Irish, was it the big Irish guy? Was he Irish that he fought? And first he takes out the two guys with two punches, and then the guy comes at him, and that was wild. And then some of the girl, which was unexpected, after he has sex with her, and she turns out to be like this she's got this sword, and she goes and kills this guy taking a piss, cuts his head off, which was so, overall, I thought, I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the season.
A score?
So far it's good. It's 7.3.
Okay.
Once we get more into the show, I'm sure that it will be higher than that.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I like his character.
I
love that main character.
I just can't endorse the shenanigans. For whatever reason, and this happens, right? Where we're like,
but it's still a story by Bruce Lee. So to me, that kind of has a little bit behind it. Knowing that Bruce Lee had written this, that really does it for me.
Yeah.
Because whether this is what actually happened, well, you know what's funny? And I
don't doubt that, okay? That's not what I'm angry about. What I was angry and upset was the level of the shenanigans that went on. Like, it's fine to have creative license in historical events. That's fine. That's absolutely okay. But when you take it so far where some things just can't happen, the level of not only wrongness but disrespect that you show to the Asian community as a whole, because they are still going through this kind of stuff, it's just offensive to me.
You know what's inaccurate though?
What?
Well, do you remember that one? I guess he was one of the prostitutes standing there totally naked.
Yeah.
In 1893, she would have had pubic hair.
Yeah.
So that's an inaccuracy to me. So if you're going to make it in that timeline, then make that a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, make it 60-40. Where's the 60-40? Like, I understand, like, creative license. Yeah, Titanic had it. Like every historic walk the line definitely had it, and that's fine. But when you go
Yeah.
so far, as ignoring culture barriers that was definitely going on at the time, it's just and so because that with Bruce Lee definitely put up the triads. He would know about all this stuff, right? So
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
wanted to
You
do
know-
a show like this, go into it.
Okay.
Like really dive
Okay.
into the triads and the tongs.
Okay, well, if that was the case, if we're really going to go back to the time, the chances of any of those people getting off a boat and
Yeah.
speaking English
Yeah.
are probably
Close to none.
not
Yeah.
right. So we've got to kind of take it that they've modernized it, and I'm okay with that. I mean, it's total 100% fiction. It's a timeline, but for the most part, it's fiction. It's probably,
Yeah.
90 to 95% fiction. Those small little things. I mean, there's a lot of shows. Like, I think of The Dirt by Motley Crue when it came out. I can tell you that movie. I can tell you all the inaccuracies in that because I know the band, and it's been my favorite band since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I know all the inaccuracies in that movie, but at the same time, did it entertain me? Hell yeah, it did. So you know what? I can look past some of those things.
But you know what that probably didn't have?
What?
That didn't have like culture barriers like this. Like when you go so far.
No,
To
no,
just-
it didn't. Absolutely not.
Yeah, you have
But-
an Irish guy talking to a British person in the same room. That
But-
doesn't
but let's be
happen
honest-
unless somebody's throwing a punch.
Yeah, but the main character looks like Bruce Lee anyways. So Bruce Lee wasn't alive in the 1800s. You know
But
what
we
I
don't-
mean? Like,
You can claim anything you want, but I'm pretty sure
Right.
Bruce Lee had the heart and the sense of mind to
Well-
make it more tact and make it more culturally significant. Like, here's the thing.
Well-
What they did, it's not entertainment. What I think would be really cool is make a show, like I said, make a show going in and explaining the Toms. What they are, why are they so different? Why did they evolve so differently from North American games? That would be awesome. That would be amazing. And I guarantee you, he wrote something like that. Like he wrote a story in mind. Because he's if you've seen Bruce Lee talk, if you've seen his writing, you know he's a very intelligent guy.
he was, but Bruce Lee also had an accent.
Yeah.
Like his English was broken.
Yes.
So, I mean, my assumption is that in watching this show that, that main character's English is
Yeah.
not very broken.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to look, for now, I'm
All
going
right.
to look past that.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
moving forward and see where it goes because I am intrigued by the story.
That's fair. All right.
Right.
So you would give it an 8.3. Let's move on.
No, 7
Oh,
points.
sorry, 7.3. My bad. So let's move
wanna
on.
see where it goes.
Yeah. Let's move on to the White Lotus season 1, episode 1, The Arrival.
Okay, so The Arrival. The only good thing I found about this episode is the casting. So you have Connie Britton, who's in this, who was from Nashville and Friday Night Lights, who's a great actress. I don't find her very spectacular in it compared to her other strong characters that she has had in the past. You've got, what's his name? The guy from Joyride, Greg, her husband in the show.
Yeah.
So, and then you've got Milf from American Pie. You've got the young girl who played in a couple movies, but what I remember her from is that rock movie, where, there was a huge earthquake in San Francisco. I can't remember the name of it, though. It escapes me. So when I saw all the characters, I thought, okay, I'm kind of intrigued by this. But the testicular cancer, the way they went about it was it ruined it for me. I was watching this in my kitchen, and Gwen walked into the room, and here's a guy holding his dick playing with his balls.
That was funny.
And I had turned away for a second. I look and I'm like, what is he doing? And then I'm like, it was hokey to me. And I mean, the beginning was kind of cool where he's in the airport and you're kind of guessing who's the person that died.
Right.
But I almost thought this was going to be like Fantasy Island, to be honest with you, in a different way. Like
it kind of has that feel, though. It kind of has that feel.
It does.
Little bit.
It's got a fan. I mean, there's no tattoo, unfortunately, saying "the plane, the
the
plane,
plane, the plane, the plane."
But it's kind of got that vibe, and like it. There's some unrealistic things. Like this woman takes her very first day on the job, her water breaks, and she's like, oh, I need this job. But maybe in that country, that's what you have to do to get a job. Maybe that is realistic, to lie. And, you know, that was kind of weird. You know, I'm not sold on this one yet. Hopefully it's going to get a little bit better. I did watch the part after the credits where the producer, director, whoever it is talking about the show and how he wanted to go about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sold on it yet, but maybe
what would
it'll
you
get
give
better.
It? What would you give it?
I only give this episode a 3.1.
That's fair. It's a very, for what I know, it's a very slow.
It's kind of slow.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's a slow, like, I think it's one of those shows where they could have actually made this more of a mini series as opposed to a full season, and maybe put a little bit more into it. I know they're developing characters too, like those two snotty girls talking to the other girl, you know, and like she makes a comment like, oh, well, we just met last October. And then she turns and goes, well, he must not have a small dick. You know, like, I'm like, why does Hollywood need to go there now? Like, it's just these things, this testicular cancer, the guy holding his dick, that comment. I'm like, what happened to the days where I was entertained? Because that does not entertain me. Those comments and stuff, I know it's a little bit more realistic in real life probably, but I'm just like, I don't think those things are necessary for me to watch on TV. I want to be entertained. I don't want to think about everyday life.
You want sex. You want to watch porn. You sicko.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't want to watch porn at all.
Oh.
And I don't want to see sex. I'm going to be honest, like the sex scenes in The Warrior, I fast forwarded because I have kids in my house. So I'm watching this.
And your wife,
I'm like,
you have your girlfriend. It's like, you watching? No, I'm not for the show.
Well, I mean, it's more for me. It's more of a it's respect for her.
Yeah. You want to be
it's respect to her, and you know what? And you want to put sex in TV by all means. I'm not being a prude and saying, oh, there shouldn't be any sex in TV, but just like a guy playing with his balls,
that's
and
fair.
Like saying,
you know
what I mean? Like that's not necessary.
That's fair.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
Anyways.
So you cleared yourself. We're all good. Now let's go to our main event, and let's start with Prophecies episode 2, Two Wolves.
Okay, so we're just getting this out of the way.
Yeah.
So you know what's funny? This is the most I have ever written for an episode before. This episode seemed to go on forever.
Oh, it's like 3 hours long of my life.
I know, but it's only an hour.
I know. 55 minutes.
I didn't hate it though. I didn't hate this. Like, I enjoyed it more than the first one. I thought there was a little bit more substance in this.
I did too.
I thought it wasn't brilliant.
No,
it's not life-changing
it's not,
in any way,
like, it's better
but
than the first episode.
it kind of, yeah, and I thought the ending was great, to be honest with you, when we get there.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was cool. I liked how they did it. Because that ending, without giving too much away, goes back to what happened in something that happened in the first episode.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a cool way to do it and a great way to end it.
Yeah.
Because it kept you guessing, right?
Right.
So, I mean, as we dive into it, it starts with a spaceship. The very first scene is a spaceship flying above a planet. It lands. A woman walks out. She looks out, and it's. But then it kind of went away from there.
Yeah.
Right? That was a very quick scene. And that's what I found in this episode, that everything jumped around so quickly.
Yeah. The thing is, the Dune world, it's not necessarily about the spaceships. It's not like, quote unquote, like Star Wars, right? It's not about the spaceships and the fighters. And
No, it's not.
As we go along, you'll hear me complain about that a little bit more. It's just, so for me, this is not entertaining just because of the legend, the lore about, like, the Bene Gesserit. It's so much more entertaining that you are seeing here. But yeah, we start off with that scene.
I mean, a lot of the main premise of the show is, as we remember from the last episode, this boy was the boy who married the princess, who was only 9 years old, is burned to death by this soldier's mind.
Yeah.
Right? So the beginning of this is kind of the discussion, and the dad he can't figure it out. Like, he's like, and they're talking to him and saying, well, the machines killed him.
Yeah.
And he's just not buying that, right? Like, he's not buying that. And he's kind of feeling like there's more to it than that, because this boy, but they have a thing about the machines because they're banned, right?
The reason why they're banned is because a long time ago, okay,
yes,
it was
I know
called
this.
the machine jihad. Yeah. It was a big war because the machine's AI intelligence enslaved almost every human imaginable. So there's this war that broke out, and that's why all this stuff is banned. Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, and then we jump to the king. It goes to the king, and he's having a discussion with with the boy's father. Yes.
Yeah, so he has that, and then there's a discussion with the actual soldier with the king. Yeah. And the soldier's explaining, well, more or less, you wanted this to happen, so I did this for you. But he's kind of saying, well, I didn't ask you to do that. Just because I may have thought it didn't mean that I wanted you to necessarily do it. I just, I might not have agreed with it, but I didn't ask you to do that for me. So then he incarcerates him and puts him in jail, right? Right. So then, of course, we go back to the mother. What's she called again? The Reverend Mother. The Reverend Mother, yes. Yeah. And she's going to make a surprise visit on this planet because she knows, she's well aware of what has happened. And did you think, I have a feeling that they know what's going on before, like, without even being told, it seems like, is what that feels like to me.
The thing is, here's the thing, okay? As we discussed, okay, the reason why I continue not to like what's going on here, and it is improved to a point. Okay? To a point, it has been improved. Okay, we still have whispering, we still have all this stuff going on, but the Bene Gesserit play 4D chess. So in
Yes.
the actual writing, they know exactly what's going on. They are never caught off guard. They're never caught unaware of what's going on.
Right.
That's the thing. And I get it. How do you portray that on screen? But you already portrayed that on screen with Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2. So all you have to do is replicate this. Right? And it seems like they're going so beyond that blueprint that is, for me, this is what is unbearable about the shows. I mean, yes, that we have scenes here with, like, they're talking about gene manipulation in girls and yes, that's all great and good. That's all great. But when you go a couple scenes after that and just have dialogue where it's completely arbitrary and throwing stuff out the window, it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so did you feel like, so there's a sex scene too,
Yeah.
which we get to, which is a rather long sex scene, which is the prince, I would assume. That's
Yes.
the prince. And who was the female? I don't recall her from the first episode, but maybe she was in that first episode. Her character was not strong enough for me to even remember.
Yeah.
But you know, like in my notes, I'm like, they're more or less having sex. He's got her, you know, he's holding her by the ass and he's having sex with her. And then they kiss afterwards, and then they do it again, and she orgasms.
Here's the thing.
You know?
Here's the thing. Here's why that is not necessary. Here's why
It wasn't necessary.
Here's why that wasn't necessary. Okay? In Dune, sex is used as a weapon, and it's used more like politics than anything else. It's not sex for sex. It's not sex for, oh, I want to fuck you and get an orgasm. That's not what the Dune world, that's not what sex is in that world.
What? Really?
Yeah. It's
what's the point then?
So, well, that's what makes it so fucking good. That's what makes it so...
That doesn't make it...
In the Dune world, Bene Gesserit, actually, they use sex to grab information from other people. You want to have sex with me, but I'm going to
That's horrible.
Yeah, but that's what makes them so good.
Who thinks of that shit? That's horrible.
Yeah, that's why they're so dangerous. That's why the Bene Gesserit are so dangerous, dude. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. There is no male figure inside the Dune world that's more dangerous than a Bene Gesserit.
Oh.
That's what makes them so good. That's what makes the story of the Bene Gesserit so good.
Okay, well, okay, I get it. I understand. I see where you're coming from.
But you're right. There's no need. There was no need for this.
That was unnecessary.
You know why?
You
know why?
That was to fill time.
You know why? Because it was fucking lazy and fucking stupid, and they have to create shit. All this episode it felt like someone did not read the books or did not watch the fucking movies at all, and just threw anything on the dartboard. It's like, oh, we need random sex. We need like a prince talking about they're surrounding the planet with starfighters. Are you fucking out of your mind? Are you? Did you not watch the first episode of your own show? Like, this is horseshit. It really is. Anyway.
I agree.
Yeah. All right.
I agree. we've kind of gotten off.
Yeah.
I mean, that scene kind of throws it, and it's. I mean, let's get back to what the actual show's about, because we never saw those characters again.
No.
In the whole episode.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of it is what's going on Mother Superior and her perception, and the soldier and the king, and then the princess, and it also comes out.
Yeah, the
that
princess.
I'm assuming
The princess wants to join the Bene Gesserit, even though that's
Yes.
impossible to do.
but she's learning to fight. She's learning to fight for the Bene Gesserit.
That's so. No, you just had scenes before where you go on to gene manipulation, talked about gene manipulation, and all this kind of stuff, and then you're like, go back to this horseshit where like, I want to join you, but you can't do that. You can't join the Bene Gesserit. That's not a thing you can do. They talked about it. They literally said, "Do you know?" One of the girls goes to the younger girl. Do you know why we take women away from their mothers? And they talk about that. They talk about the gene manipulation. They talk about, essentially, that's the only way you can join the Bene Gesserit. You have to be born into it. You can't join it like a fucking cult. That's not a thing you can do. Does nobody read their fucking scripts before they give it to an actor or an actress to read? Like, I'm begging you for some fucking continuity here.
Yeah. So another crazy thing in this episode, okay? As we've gone along, we've kind of gave the premise of what's going on. But then all of a sudden, there's a new scene.
Yeah.
It's a woman and a man, and we've been introduced to mostly new characters, except for the guy from the beginning who was training the princess. And you can tell there's a spark between them as well. But it looks like he is giving these people information.
Yeah.
Right? Which totally threw that for a loop. But then all of a sudden he's back with them, and everything is fine.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of holes in the story.
Oh, so many. Like the whole writing of Frank and Herbert is just so gone out the wayside here.
And then, okay, so while this is all going on, all of a sudden we fast forward to where the women are, the girls.
Yeah.
And you've got this girl that they're going to give her poison.
Right. To
Right?
talk to her
And-
great-great-grandmother.
Yes, to talk to her great-great-grandmother. And they say just, like, kind of, you can fight it. You can fight the poison and you won't die. And she goes and she's surrounded, and she meets her great-grandmother, and it's more or less a dream. It's more or less a dream or hallucination, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
And so they're all around her, and she's holding her, but it doesn't end well
No.
because she dies,
Yeah.
right? And anyways, then that happens, and then we go back to the king.
Right.
And then the soldier appears again. And this is amazing, though, because this is we're more or less coming to the end of this.
Yes.
Because there's so much to talk about, but there isn't a lot of to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We have
Because
dialogue that's
we get-
gone back and forth.
Yeah.
We have this. It's so contradictory from one scene to the next. One person
Yes.
says something, and then the next scene, one person says something that contradicts what we just heard
Yes, absolutely.
in the lore. All right. So
Yeah.
we have. Let me back up. So we have this prince, the father that just had his son die, threatening people,
Yeah.
saying, "You know how many starfighters I have surrounding this planet?" What even if is this?
So
That's what
so
I'm
what
trying to
happens-
say. You know what I mean?
what happens to him?
Do you not understand what you just did? going this big 10-minute audio narrative explaining the whole world in episode 1. Like, you can't have starfighters. This is not Star Wars. How you get from point A to point B is the Spacing Guild. That's it. That's all. Like, what even is this? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So then what happens to him?
You tell us? Spoilers, by the way. I'm pretty sure we didn't say this, but spoilers. I know that Roland would like say spoilers, damn you! Spoilers.
Well, I mean, he ends up dying the same death right in front of his wife. They do the same thing to him. He kills him the exact same way. So the father is now out of the picture.
Dun, dun, dun. And then the episode ends.
No,
Oh.
it doesn't end.
Oh, that's right.
Because
It
the
doesn't
soldier-
end. That's right.
Because the soldier is in front of Mother Superior. And what does she do? They speak and they have words and more or less he's trying to intimidate her and she's like, I'll show you. And she more or less makes it look like she puts a spell on him, like she did to the woman in the, the woman who was in charge, the original Mother Superior, and puts the knife to his throat. And guess what happens? He fights it and he doesn't put the knife to his throat. And then she realizes that she doesn't have any power over him.
That's
she
so
loses.
bullshit. That's so bullshit. Like that ending.
I loved it.
No.
I love that ending.
In
I
reality,
loved it.
he would have killed himself. In reality, no. That just, again, that breaks. Like, there's so much here that just breaks what this world is.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. So, anyways, that's the episode, and that's kind of the Cole's notes because there was so much. There was so much talking and scripted talking, more or less, that we can't even speak of because we kind of gave the premise of what it was.
Yeah.
And hopefully it was understandable, but I mean.
But there's so much empty in this episode.
Yeah. Yes, but
And-
the whole show feels empty. It feels empty.
Yeah, it feels hollow. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be like that!
No, it could be a whole lot better.
Yeah, and as I explained to you on the weekend, I didn't have time, but the Bene Gesserit are so much cooler than what is being portrayed. They're so much cooler.
Right.
They go out and actually manipulate kingdoms. They manipulate planets to make all this legend and lore up and mythology and religion. They make entire religions for their goals. We never see that. When have we seen that? We've never done
Yeah.
episode 1 didn't have it. Episode 2, and I would love it if one episode opens and we see a girl just writing on a broken tablet and having people burying it. Like, that would be so cool. That would be correct.
Yeah.
And the ending where she breaks. No, you can't do that. Once a Bene Gesserit uses the voice and say slice your own throat, it would be so cool because it would explain to everyone these people are a real bad threat.
Yes.
It's called showing, not telling. Show me that these people are a real threat. Okay, kill yourself. And the guy kills himself. But they don't. They break so much reality. Roland, it's crazy. It's making me mental.
Well, I think we're beating this one to death.
Yeah.
So I think we
Let's
should move on because
let's give a score.
let's rate this.
Yeah. I'm giving it a 5.
Okay, I'm going to give it a little bit higher with a 5.9.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, there you go.
Because it wasn't, I was able to understand it
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
more. And, you know, and I paid attention to
Yeah.
every single scene because I wasn't as bored as I was with the first episode.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it held my attention.
All right. We want to know what you guys thought down below in the comment section, and we move on to The Penguin, Episode 2,
Yes.
Inside Man, which I thought is a couple steps back from Episode 1, but still a solid episode.
I liked it better. Maybe because because of everything that's going on, and
Yeah.
he is becoming like he's a great manipulator.
Is he, though?
What he is.
Is he, though?
Well, okay, he's not a great manipulator. He's a manipulator.
It looked to me, this episode, things were a little bit too convenient. A little too convenient. And to me, that's what puts it like steps back. That and the sister.
This is DC, though. I mean, DC always fails with everything, so.
And oh man, you're gonna all right, you. All right, you.
Well, it's true. It's true.
All right,
true.
you. All right, you. Settle down.
How come there's never been another Justice League movie?
There will be, but this is
Yeah?
this is a comic book movie. This is a genre inside a comic book. This is like
I
Sopranos
I get it.
inside
I
Gotham
get it.
City.
I get it. I mean, I get it, and I like how they've done it. But let's start with the opening scene, right? Which I thought was cool because Sophia is in jail, and you're thinking, why is she in jail? And then all of a sudden it scans to her brother, and he's visiting her, and
Yeah.
she's in jail, and his finger is missing. All of a sudden he's shot, but this is all in her mind. It's all
Yes.
a dream. She freaks out, and then she freaks out because she's in therapy with Dr. Julian Rush,
Right.
and then he has to calm her down.
Which is a wink and a nod. You know
Yeah.
what I mean. The way Julia. I love how they did this. Do you know who Julia is?
Julian Rush?
Do you in the comic books?
I do not.
Harley Quinn.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're in Arkham Asylum, I think, right?
Yeah,
the
I
therapist,
didn't-
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have known that. I don't
Yeah.
read.
I
didn't
think-
read a lot of comic
I
books.
think, if I'm mistaken, please let me know in the comments section. But let's continue.
Okay. So, anyways, he calms her down. So then, our main character is sitting in his car.
I'm wrong. It's Dr. Harley Quinzel. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Okay,
That's my bad.
Okay, and then he's staring at a prison on an island, and this is where, and then he goes to see Sal, and it comes up he's brought on war to his family because he's caused all this because he's killed the main mob man, and
Yes.
now Sal. So there's kind of a war, right?
Right.
A war has broken out between these two mafia bosses and mafia families, which I thought was cool.
I did too, yeah.
And then he alludes to the fact of this big thing going down, and then he orchestrates this whole thing, and you see him, and they're like one of the main bosses for who he was working for before says to him, "Well, no, you have to ride along. This is your job."
Yeah.
So he rides along, and then it goes sour.
Yeah.
They get ambushed, and so it's the Falcones and are the one family which is who he shot was a
Right,
Falcone,
yeah.
and then Sal is what was their last name?
I forget.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Marlonis?
Oh yeah,
this
Marlonis.
war-
Marlonis. So thank you.
Marlonis.
Marlone.
So-
Thank you.
Marlone, Farcone,
Yeah.
Marlone. Okay, so now they've got this
Thank you,
ongoing
Roland.
feud, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. And of course the Penguin. Well, he's not quite the Penguin yet. He's not really.
Yeah.
He's not considered, which I'm waiting for. I don't know when he actually becomes this Penguin character, but I'm sure it will come soon. so he's kind of working these angles, right? He's orchestrating all of this, and he's pitting. You know, he kind of pits the wrong people and navigates it towards.
Here's the thing that I can't wrap my head. So they have a meeting right after, and the edit here, it's horrible. Okay, so they're all in and they're all discussing this, right? And the sister comes in after, right? So Oswald is
Sophia.
there, and she goes, "I think there's like a rat."
Yes.
Yeah, you know who the fucking rat is. Like, you
She
know
doesn't
who.
know it's him though. But I think she might
What?
be
But
feeling
what
that it
happened
might
in
be
the
him.
last episode? What happened in the last episode?
Well,
She almost
It
ripped
kinda
him
looked-
open with a.
Yeah?
Yeah.
yeah, because
You
but
know
then
who the fucking rat is? It's
they
him.
thought he was the rat, but then somehow he got out of it.
But that doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't
doesn't.
make any logical sense. The leap here is something that I went, no. Like, here's the thing. She knows who the rat is. She absolutely knows who killed her brother and who is the rat. It's Oswald. There's not a reason to think that she's like, oh, I don't know who the rat is. Oh, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yes.
Just take
So-
her out of the fucking picture. If that's
Okay, well,
this in the first episode at the end, just kill her. Just kill her.
yeah, but we wouldn't have a show if we knew. If you know what I mean, they wouldn't have another episode if.
yes, you
he
would.
was-
Yes, you would.
Well, they could go another way with it. You're right, but I mean, I'm liking this episode. I like the way it went. I don't want him to get caught. I'm rooting for the bad guy.
And
in
here's
this.
the thing.
This is
That's probably why you're probably on the nose. But then just don't have her come in. Don't
maybe not.
have her
Yeah,
enter
but-
the fucking room.
Yeah, but you know what? It's quite possible. It's quite possible this. Maybe they made the pilot, sent it out, and maybe they had to change a few things. But it doesn't make sense. You're right. You're absolutely correct. I don't know. I really can't comment.
It's just, and the fact that she would not like lay everything out on the table. It's
No.
laughable.
Yes, it is. Okay, so here's a few things that I want to mention. So the hookers that he hires for him and the boy that he's working with. So these hookers come in. What is there, like 3 or 4 of them?
Oh yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, oh the Lord has blessed me with sight, and I can see,
Okay. All right.
and
So
I can
anyway,
see boobs.
But how did the one girl know that he did it?
I'm
How did
just
she
like a
know
Southern pastor. I love it. I'm a Southern pastor. Oh my god.
Anyways, okay. Do you need a minute? Do you need a minute to yourself here?
Yeah.
Do you need to go to the bathroom?
It's so funny.
Yeah.
All
Anyways,
right. Okay.
okay. So then she more or less says you're the one that killed him. She knew.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then the next morning he wakes up and she's leaving, and he gives her boatloads of cash. So more or less, I think he was giving that cash to shut her up.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it was, hush money, right?
Yes.
So at first I'm like, why do we have all these hookers? Why are they, what does this have to do with any of this? But it did have something to do with it, and it made sense. Right?
Right.
Then that finishes and she moves on, and next thing we know he's with his mom who's what did she do? She fell down, or
Yeah.
she was out on the street on her own,
Yeah.
and she's upset. Well, turns out her dementia is getting worse.
Yes.
So he puts on a vinyl which of course I'm going to notice that being a music guy, and puts on a jazz record, picks up his mom, and he dances with her, which I thought was kind of a nice thing.
Yeah.
It was a little creepy, but it was nice.
Yeah.
You know? So then he shows up. After that, he shows up at the funeral.
Well, no, wait, before the funeral starts, right? Before the funeral starts, we have a scene where the sister is at a restaurant with some mob guy.
Yes.
And
With a mob guy, and
It's-
they're going to find there's a guy
the
that,
rat. It's
the rat. Right.
So
exactly. And
fucking
I'm sorry,
dumb.
I skipped ahead.
it's so
Well-
fucking dumb. It's you
Well,
know who the
but he
rat is.
didn't- Yeah, but the rat didn't last because he got to him, right? Anyways, he found out who he was. So they bring him to the funeral. He's in a hospital. The rat's in a hospital gown. Like, I don't, like,
Well, the rat is Oswald, but he's manipulating everything in the background.
right. Okay. So,
Oh, we
The whole
skipped.
thing
You
is-
skipped ahead. You skipped ahead because after that, right? We have a scene where not the Falcones, but the Salvatore family calls Oswald in, and they
Yes.
say to him, "You basically screwed us," right? And this is where, like, I said, "Come on, dude! Like, come on! This guy's a and he's like, "Check my." They were gonna shoot him, and so he goes, "Check my pocket," and so in his pocket is all the dirt of some of the dirt of the family, and that's when I'm like, that is too fucking convenient. I'm sorry. That is way too convenient for that.
right.
To be practical and you're like, okay, I can see that. No. And it just seems like in this episode, he was manipulating so much so that he wasn't prepared for each scenario well. Like he
Well,
never
that's-
thought that through. You know what I mean?
No, he didn't, and that's why he had to kill people. That's
Yeah.
why he killed the rat. He killed the rat with a knife. But that was a good scene.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to frame Johnny.
Yes.
Because he's got these pictures of Johnny with
Yeah.
the mob boss's wife
Yeah.
that he's been having an affair with. And if you recall, he tried to give them to one of the mob people, and
Yeah.
they more or less brushed him off, and he's like, oh, what a fucking asshole kind
Yeah.
of thing, right? So there was a lot going on.
Yes,
he's
I agree.
He's calculating, and he's trying to...
It just seems
you
like
know,
there's a little bit too much convenience for episode 2. Like, I get, if this was episode 4 and 5, just like be patient a little bit more, then I can see
Yes.
it. But it seems like there's too much convenience. Just for me.
There is, and then, well, he frames the other guy. He puts the knife in his pocket.
Yeah, so now
Because
we're at the
They
funeral
bring
home.
everybody
Yeah.
in and close the doors and say, whoever has a knife, we know who killed our informant, right?
Right.
And he plants it on another. He falls over into Johnny, and then somehow he plants it into another guy's pocket, and they find it, and they end up shooting him. But Sophia gets mad because she wanted to shoot this guy because she said, that was my brother's killer. I wanted justice.
And immediately when Sophia said, I'm like, Sophia, you're such a fucking idiot. You're such a
She is.
fucking idiot. You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
And then of course there's Sophia in the mausoleum looking at her brother's niche with his, 19 whatever it was,
Yeah.
2023,
Yeah.
1977 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Sophia's gonna fight against her family
With help
guess who she
from...
with help from the Penguin. Oz, I guess is
It's
his character right
so
now.
stupid. You're so
It was typical.
stupid.
I was entertained. This entertained me. I enjoyed it.
So you're gonna team up with the man that killed your brother, and you know who's a big giant stooge.
Yeah, but she doesn't. But the
She
thing is,
absolutely knows that. She absolutely knows that.
Well, she's forgotten. She has amnesia.
Oh,
Let's just
shut up.
pretend she has amnesia.
Stupid.
You know
That's
what?
stupid.
This made it better.
No,
This
it
made
made
better.
it. No,
Yes,
it
it
didn't.
did.
No, it didn't. It made it dumb. It made her look dumb.
Well, she's distraught. She's in,
distraught.
in mourning.
She almost scored him with a razor wire last episode. What are you talking about?
No, I'm going with this one. I liked it.
It's stupid.
Well,
You know who
you
the
can
rat
think what
is. You know who betrayed your family. You know
Yeah,
who
but we
murdered
already-
your brother. Shut the fuck up.
We already know all this stuff, though.
And
Dave.
she knows that too. That's the whole fucking point.
Are you going to be okay? Is your face turning red? What are
Anyway.
you going to give it?
I'm
What
gonna
are
give
you
it.
giving it?
I'm gonna give it a 6.4.
I'm giving it an 8.2 because I love it.
All right. Yeah. Like 6.3. It's still like good. Like I'm saying, it's above average
Yeah.
episode. Like the dialogue and
Well, you
everything.
made it. You made it sound like you're going to give it you're going to throw it away.
No.
On the room floor or something. Okay.
But I'm
All
saying
right.
this took 2 steps back from episode 1. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Okay.
All right.
We got one more show.
All right, guys. We want to know what you thought of this episode down below in the comment section.
Caveman's going to have a heart attack.
Yeah. So, Resident Alien Season 1, Episode 2, Homesick.
Homesick.
This was a
The
brilliant fucking episode. I love
This was
the
awesome.
shit. Oh my god!
I love
Great
this show.
Kimberly Moogle. Oh my god. The
So this man is out. He's out. And he's in the snow. He's on a mountain. And he falls off the cliff. And he lands, but he doesn't land. He lands in the air.
Yeah.
And ends up, and he's just stuck in the air. And you have no idea why.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I love that beginning. I was like, what's going on here? I was intrigued right away.
The comedy is great also. It's just,
It is.
it's so good.
So we're still on the theme of this boy that knows he's an alien. And the boy's
I love that. Love this boy.
The boy is not as scared of him now as he was.
No.
And his dad, who is the mayor, takes him to the doctor's office, and he ends up, the doctor's going to kill him, right? Because he's
Right.
the alien, and he's going to kill him, and
Yeah.
the boy flies out the window,
Yeah.
jumps out the window,
Yeah.
right? The kid goes nuts, and the alien was going to kill him. So you know what I love about this show? The name of the town.
Yeah.
Patience, Colorado.
Yeah.
Wow.
His first day was so great. Like he had to do a proctology exam.
Oh,
And
yeah.
what about that bit where like he goes, he says it's so easy. All you have to do is research things, and you're a genius.
Oh, yeah. You're a genius. Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
but then he goes in and he's like, oh, I did this. I looked this up on a 9-year-old boy. This isn't a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah, and he's like going in, and he's like, okay, he's like looking at everything. He's like, "Ugh," and he's like taking pictures. And like, you taking
Oh no,
pictures?
no. Yeah, but and then he's like, oh, I know what the problem is. You've got this thing attached here, this ring, and it's her clit's pierced.
So good.
She goes in for a pelvic exam.
It's so funny. And then he's like doing selfie pictures.
Oh yeah, but then listen. Did you take a picture? No, I'm just taking a selfie of my first day. And he turns it around and she smiles like it was too much. And then he tells another woman that her breath is horrible.
Yeah.
And then there's a lump in her breast, and he says he eases the woman okay. He tells her it's going to be okay because these things are nothing. But then he calls it a tit, not a breast.
Now let's have a closer look at your tit.
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah,
delivery. The delivery.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so
It
good.
was so good. It was so good. And then like, so then they go to this indigenous man,
Yeah.
right? In the next scene, and he's talking about the doctor, and he's like, I don't get it. He's like, I feel nothing towards him. So he's kind of on to the fact, like, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel anything towards this person because they have feelings and vibes
Yeah.
and energies and, you know, like that. And he's not feeling that, which,
Oh, what about the kid in the police office where they like the deputy gets him to do like a picture, describes it, right?
Yes.
And then he does,
Yeah.
and then scenes later we have this doctor's like, this kid's a fucking menace. And then he goes over and he cuts the kid's brakes. He finds out how he's going to kill him, right?
yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
because
goes,
he's devising a way. Like, you see a couple scenarios where
Yeah.
a piano falls on him,
Yeah.
or like the gas in the house, and the dad lights a match,
Yeah.
and the whole place blows up, and
Yeah, and he goes, I'm such a fucking genius. All these humans are fucking stupid." And then scenes later, the kid comes in with stitches, like
comes
he
in
needs
with
stitches, and the guy's
but then
all,
he gives. But the worst thing is, he's like, "Fine, I'm not giving you any anesthetic."
no. He tries to like make a pact with the kid, and the kid
Yeah.
and like, I could give you some anesthesia for this to dull the pain, if you understand. So do we have an understanding? And the kid goes, "No," and I'm like, "Yes,
The kid's brilliant.
yeah."
What about like they fast forward to a scene where he's eating in his kitchen and he bites into a glass? Like
Oh,
he bites a
before
glass.
that, no. The guy, he's like stitches, like, and the kid keeps like amping it up, and like, is it painful? No, I'm good. And this doctor goes, I think this cut is really bad. Maybe it needs
It
3
needs 5
stitches.
stitches.
Like, no, 3
5.
stitches. And the kid goes,
Yeah.
how about 5? It was so good.
What about when but before that, he calls the boy.
Yeah.
And the boy starts out, well, if I was this, then what would you be doing? You know, like the kid's really smart.
Oh, yeah.
But then, of course, what about when he goes bowling?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was so good.
That was very good.
Yeah.
And then they share a hamburger, and he hits the sheriff in the toe with the bowling ball.
Yeah, oh, that was so good.
Oh, and then of course the dead doctor's wife is still wondering who murdered Sam and
Yeah.
why someone would murder Sam.
But that's what makes this show good, because they lull you into false sense security, and when they go into these deep emotional moments, you start to feel things, and you're like, holy shit. But that's what makes a good story, right? It's subverting expectations. It's using comedy as a trick, right? It is.
Yeah, but
you don't notice it because it's all really, really good, and everything is
Yeah.
done with such nuance and subtlety. That's what makes this show so brilliant.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's very different, very well done.
Yeah.
And I mean, and like some of the misdiagnosis, the 80-year-old man
Oh,
comes
yeah.
into the office,
Oh,
tells
yeah.
him he can eat anything he wants.
Yeah, but that's another trick, right? Because the old man appreciates that. He goes, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I don't have that long to live," and you're saying, he's saying you could do whatever you want. It's like, eat whatever you want, go wherever you want, and the old man that touched me. That's like really, really like a great little moment right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I mean, we're still trying. There's a few things about Sam that are still going on as
Yeah,
well because
yeah.
that indigenous man is actually, I guess that's her father.
Yes.
Girl that works in the office with him, and he asks her a question, and he says, "Have you burned the scrubs from that night? Because you need to release that spirit, release Sam's spirit."
Yeah.
Because they believe in that, right?
Right.
So, and then wasn't it funny? You see the bowling girl, the girl he did the exam on with the pierced clit, and you see her walking in the morning doing the walk of shame, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of little things that are going on in this town.
Oh yeah.
Like,
and what about the
like
last therapy session where he goes, "Would you like to play cards?" And she goes, "Yes, I would." And the guy goes,
Yes.
"I didn't want to play cards, but I knew she wanted to play cards. So I played cards with her." In this monologue, I love this monologue because it's telling a story at the same time. It's we're as the episodes unfold, we're watching this guy open up more and more and be less sure of himself that what he wants to do this, how he wants to do this.
Right, and he's saying that he misses his planet.
Yeah.
But he's got to find this device so he can detonate it and kill all the human life.
Yeah.
Because that's what and kill mankind. That's why he is there to begin with, right?
Yes.
But he can't find it. He's found one piece of it, but but the ending, we get to see where this piece is.
Yes.
And we get to find out why that man from the beginning was suspended in air.
Yes.
Because he was falling onto this device he's looking for, and it kept him suspended in air. But while he was there, no one saved him, and he froze to death.
Yes.
Which was cool.
Wasn't
that cool?
For sure, yeah.
And a man and a woman find him, and it looks like there's a bunch of other people there, too.
Yes.
It's kind of weird. So it keeps you intrigued, and you want to watch the next episode because it's a great show.
It is. So what would you give it?
9.2.
I would give it 9.5.
Wow.
I already watched it again.
Really?
I watched multiple moments again. It's great. It's great. So we want to know what you thought of this episode down below in the comment section. And before we go, guys, we have to do Caveman Grill. So, Roland, let's do it.
Well,
Roland's the man.
you know Facebook, right?
God damn it. All right. I love it. We had 30.
Hey, can I get a growl for the fact that I watched the right episodes this week?
All right. So from us to you, son, you got a great big bad caveman. All right.
And son.
So guys, that will do it. We will be back on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday with a brand new episode of The Bite. Until we see each other again, my friends, take care, be safe, be well, and we love you all! 50,000 plus, and may the force be with you. Roland, buddy, take me home.